Now, if you are new, please don't expect hauls this big every month. I lied. Hey guys, welcome to my manga pickups video for September 2016. Now, a month ago, I didn't think I'd be saying this, but this is actually going to be my biggest manga pickups video ever. Not in terms of the amount of volumes, but mainly in terms of how many series I show you. See, I came across a really good deal online. Like a super good deal. A whole bunch of manga volumes. Now, they're mostly just, random volumes here and there, a couple full series. So I have around like 50 volumes to show you, which is kind of insane. Was not expecting to do another huge pickups video right after my last one. But anyway, let's get started. I will show you the stuff I got normally online first. Then I will show you all the stuff from the crazy deal I got. So first up we have volume 8 of Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, it's Tokyo Ghoul. It's a great series. I really like what they're doing with the covers recently. Where usually the covers have just been like completely white, but now they're doing different colors. Like the last one was red, this one is blue. Really like that, and I also like how they keep the spines the same color. Just to stay consistent so it doesn't look ugly. And yeah, we are now more than halfway through the English releases of Tokyo Ghoul. Very exciting stuff. We also have volume 8 of One Punch Man, one of my favorite shonen battle manga. Excellent stuff. Now this is the point in the story where the manga passes the anime, so if you had only watched the anime and want to start reading afterwards, volume 8 is where you want to start. Unfortunately though, because One Punch Man doesn't have a very consistent release schedule, we're almost caught up to the volumes in Japan. I think there's only like 11 or 12 volumes out, which kind of sucks. But oh well, nevertheless, One Punch Man is great and you should be reading it. Next up is a series that I've had in my collection for over a year, but I've not collected any more volumes until now. And of course, if you've been following my videos recently, you know that it is Moggy. Here we have volume 4, volume 5, volume 6, volume 7, and volume 8. Boom. So yeah, if you don't know, Moggy is ending soon. It's in its final arc. It's more than halfway through. And I just really wanted to get into it. I'm like, I hear so many amazing things. I already own the first 3 volumes. I should really just pick up Moggy. There's like 20 volumes out now or something. I'm like, yeah, I can catch up to that, no problem. And if you're upset that there are some other shonen series I didn't pick up, Here's my plan. So now that I have all the big 3, and I've been thinking about what other shonen series I should be reading, and there are 3 that are constantly recommended to me, which are Moggy, Noragami, and 7 Deadly Sins. I mean, I just hear they're all amazing, so I decided, you know what, I'll get through all of them, but first I'll start with Moggy because it's ending soon. Then once I have all of Moggy, I can focus on those other 2. So all you people who constantly recommend me those series, there you go. Now taking a short break from manga, I got this little guy, a Kaneki pop figure. I actually got him in August, and he was going to be in the August pickups video, but I friggin' forgot. And if you watch my videos, you've probably seen this guy in the background a bunch. I think this is a really cool pop figure, especially because, if we stand him down here, he's not even standing on his feet. It's kind of hard to see, but he's, using his kagune to stand, which I think is pretty cool. I love these pop figures. If they weren't, 15 bucks each, then I definitely have a lot more of them. Okay, so the first deal I got this month wasn't actually a manga. However, I was so unbelievably thrilled to get it for so cheap. So I have an anime Blu-ray here, an anime Blu-ray that is going out of print soon because the company Funimation lost the rights to it. And I considered buying this, but it was just so expensive. But then I was blown away when I went online and I saw that somebody was selling the entire Fullmetal Alchemist series on Blu-ray for $20. You have no idea how thrilled I was to see this. This is pretty much perfect condition. The sleeve that went around the Blu-ray is gone. Not sure where it went, but this is it. This is the entire Fullmetal Alchemist series on Blu-ray. Here, let's open it up. It's got a ton of discs. Just the entire thing. Awesome stuff. Especially because now that Funimation lost the rights to this series, you can't watch it on YouTube anymore, and you can't watch it on Netflix. Because if you didn't know, Funimation actually had the entire series subtitled on YouTube. And of course, it was on Netflix, which is where I originally watched it. This is one of the first anime shows I've ever seen. And if you know me, you know I love Fullmetal Alchemist. Now, this is the original series. It is not Brotherhood, which was the complete adaptation of the manga. This doesn't follow the manga as well. It starts off in the beginning, then it splits off a bunch. There's a bunch of just random filler stuff, and then it has its own weird ending. Definitely not as good as Brotherhood or the manga, but it is still very good. If you have, for whatever reason, not gotten into Fullmetal Alchemist yet, this is where you should start. In my opinion, the best way to experience Fullmetal Alchemist is to watch this series, then read the manga, and then if you have time, you can watch Brotherhood after. But yeah, great stuff. I'm so happy to own this. It is awesome. Now, it's funny, because I was just talking about how I wasn't going to get this series yet, but here is Noragami Volume 1. Alright, so this is the beginning of the crazy deal I found online. I wasn't planning on getting any of these volumes, so a lot of them are just crazy and random, and I did not expect to own them. But either way, here we have Noragami Stray God Volume 1. I hear amazing things about this series, especially from from a certain YouTube guy who'll never shut up about it. So after I catch up to Moggy, this is definitely going to be the next series I start going after. We also have Noragami Stray Stories, Volume 1, which I believe is just a short story collection featuring the characters of Noragami. I think, who friggin' knows. Next up we have Volume 1 of Oparts Hunter. No idea what this series is at all. I believe it's a shonen battle manga. It is written by Masashi Kishimoto's brother, which is pretty interesting. It's cool how like the two of them became published mangaka. But yeah, I know the series is completed. It'll probably be a while before I get around to checking it out. But you guys let me know if this is a series worth getting into. Next up is Nebari Know. I'm pretty sure I said that right. We have Volumes 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4. I had no idea what this series was at all, and I still don't entirely. I know it's finished, it's like maybe 14 volumes or something, but honestly, this is another one of those series you guys are going to have to let me know what it's like in the comments, because I have no idea what it is or what to expect. But nevertheless, I am glad to own a series, and maybe if it turns out really good and I want to collect it all, well, I already have the first 4 volumes. Here we have Black Butler, Volume 9. Now, if you remember, I got the first 2 volumes of Black Butler as a birthday gift last month. I still haven't checked out the series yet. A lot of you guys said, you know, it was kind of weird, but overall it was a really good series. So here we have Volume 9. It just came with everything, you know, not in order, but as always, if I do want to collect this series, well, there's one less volume I need to get. Next up is Darker Than Black. This is an omnibus. I believe it's 2 volumes in one, the entire series, which means I'll probably do a full series review for it at some point, since it's, you know, very short. And once again, this is another series I have nothing about. Is that a vacuum cleaner? You know, I'm an idiot. Oh my god, a vacuum cleaner. I was looking through the little thing on my camera, and from this area, like, this looked like the handle, and this looked like the, oh my god, Anyway, it looks really interesting, so I am excited to read it. And yet another series I've never heard about. Tactics, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Once again, no clue what this is. I know this series is over and is now unfortunately out of print. The thing that sucks though is that both of these volumes were published by different companies, so the spines do not match, which really sucks. This first one was actually published by ADV Manga, who I had never heard about, and then a Google search showed me that they were another manga publishing company that stopped around the mid-2000s. This volume right here, I believe, is from 2004. It actually holds up incredibly well, because it is a pretty old volume, you can't even tell. Unfortunately, the Tokyo Pop version has not held up particularly well. You know, Tokyo Pop is known for their not so great quality manga, and even if I do try to get into this series, it may be hard to track down the other volumes because they are really out of print. But who knows, maybe there's a good series. If you guys have heard about it, let me know in the comments. And of course, we are not done. Far from done. Here we have Durarara. That is upside down. Durarara, Volume 1. Durarara, Volume 2. Durarara, Volume 3. Durarara, Volume 4. The Psycha Arc of Durarara, Volume 1. The second volume of the Psycha Arc, Durarara. The third Durarara, the Yellow Scarves Arc, and we have Volume 2 and 3 of the Yellow Scarves Arc. This is all of Durarara. That is out in English. Now, if you see my collection videos, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, you already had these 2 volumes. And you said many times that you weren't going to get more Durarara. Why? Because the anime was super far ahead, these volumes are expensive, the novels are far more ahead. I mean, like, all this stuff was in, like, the first season of the anime. There's, like, 4 seasons now. Like, what are you doing? Well, basically, I saw the entire thing there, and for, like, $30, I'm like, okay, like, yo, I gotta get on this. I get on it because I love Durarara. I love it so much. It is an amazing series. And I've only ever seen the anime, and these are adaptations of the light novel, so they have a lot more detail to them. And now I can just finally experience all of this stuff again. And I'm very, very excited. Even if this is all stuff that I've seen like a million times in the anime, I mean, these first 3 arcs are just fantastic. They're actually adapting the 4th arc into a manga too, however, it is still going to be several months before that gets an English release. But yeah, I'm just really thrilled to own this series. A series I did not think I would end up collecting all of, but here it is. So next up is another complete series that many of you may not have ever heard about. That is Nightmare Inspector. Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a bigger desk. 6, 7, 8, and 9, the final volume. So, I have actually heard about Nightmare Inspector before because I saw a deal for it online a couple months ago, and I was actually thinking about picking it up, but at the time I wasn't in a very good financial position, so I decided to pass on it. But now I got an even better deal on it. So I looked into it. It seems really interesting. It's only 9 volumes long. It's pretty short. I could do a review for it. The thing is, though, it almost feels like this series doesn't even exist. I never heard of it before. But even manga I've never heard of before, you know, I'll look it up online, see it has a pretty crazy big following or whatever. This one is different though. I looked this series up on YouTube. I looked up Nightmare Inspector Review, and usually, you know, there's like millions of reviews for different series, no matter how popular they are. I saw a few reviews for this series. The most popular review didn't even have 200 views. Like no one knows what this series is. In fact, it seems so unpopular, I'm surprised it even got a English release and is still in print to this day after like 7 or 8 years. And from the small amount of information I could find on the series, like a lot of people have been saying it's really good. So if it is really good, this could be like one of the most underrated English manga of all time. But yeah, nevertheless, another full series that I have to look forward to. Very, very excited. So next up is DN Angel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So I've heard about the series before, but I honestly have no clue what it's about. I believe it's like some shoujo romance thing involving angels or whatever, who friggin' knows. It seems like a series I would never get into, and some people have told me, you know, this series isn't all that great. Well, I literally got the whole thing for like $20, and considering these volumes are from Tokyo Pop, like they're all out of print, especially volume 12 and 13, because these two volumes right here came out like at the end of Tokyo Pop's life, so these two volumes here are just like super out of print. Most likely the rarest volumes in my collection. And since the series is short, even if it is bad, I'll be able to sit through it and review it. So yes, yet another full series that I added to the collection. So here we have all of the volumes I picked up this month, as well as, of course, the Fullmetal Alchemist Blu-ray. This was a crazy pickups video. It was really varied, especially because like a lot of the stuff I had no idea I would be owning anytime soon. Like seriously, who the crap would have predicted that I would own like all of Nightmare Inspector and DN Angel? Like what the crap? Also those two volumes there are out of order, and that will drive me crazy, so I'm gonna go fix that. Anyway, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. The October pickups video will probably not be as crazy as August and September. However, since we're going into October, it's gonna be a pretty spooky video, so you can look forward to that. And as always, if you want to stay up to date on my manga collection, you can follow me on Instagram. A lot of the people who already follow me on Instagram have already known I've had this stuff for a while, and they're like, haha, these losers only finding out now. And if you want to stay up to date with me and my videos in general, you can follow me on Twitter. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. You can leave your pickups in the comments down below. I would love to see some of the stuff you guys got this month, and I will see you guys in the next video.